And hello again. It is me, Rashida Green, founder and CEO of Get Right Coaching and the Mompreneur HQ community. I am talking about today your vision. What is your vision for your life? Have you ever thought about it and considered and even written down what it is you would like your future to be? Well, we're talking about that today. And so we'll be sharing some information that's going to help you in investing in your vision. All right, if you're joining us live, make sure you put hashtag live in the comments. If you are joining us live, please make sure that you let us know who you are by giving StreamYard permission to share your details with us so that when you comment, I'm able to see who you are. Today is Wednesday. It is the last Wednesday of March. Can you believe it? We are just about done. March is over. And we're getting ready to go into the second quarter of the year. When New Year's Eve rolled around, did you think, well, next year I'm going to do this? Next year I'm going to plan that. As soon as January 1st roll in, this is what I'm going to be doing. Did you set those goals and then get all amped up, excited, and start running them goals the first week and the second week, and then by the third week you kind of slowed down, and by the fourth week you just completely dropped off the planet with your goals? Well, this is something that we're going to take a look at today in our message of investing in your vision. Why do you want to invest in your vision? Because it's yours. It is your vision. No one else is going to be passionate about your vision as you are, as passionate about your vision as you are. No one else is going to pour into your vision as much as you can. And pretty much nobody's going to invest in your vision, especially if you're not investing in your vision. So, what is it? What have you set out to do this year that is not quite going the way you planned? Even if it's something like losing 10 pounds or getting 8 full hours of sleep. What is it that you started this year out thinking that you were going to do, and there was nothing that was going to stop you from doing it, right? And then you just kind of, it dwindled. The excitement faded. There's no real urgency. And really, there's nothing wrong with the way I look or the way how much I weigh. And you start saying to yourself that, hey, it is what it is. I get it. Totally. I get some of my it is what it is phases quite often. But at the end of the day, there's nobody forcing you to reach those goals. It's all on you. So if you feel like it is what it is, then it is what it is. And there's nothing that anybody can do about it. Right? So, but if there is a goal that you really want to achieve, if there really is something that you really want to do, why not write the vision, make it plain, map it out, see how you can re engineer all the way from step Z, roll it back to step A, and what those steps are that you need to take to get to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, and then finally to your goal. Well, one of the things that we can talk about is personal development. Personal development is something that you should want for yourself. It is alarming when people just, to me, I'm sorry, it's alarming to me when people just be like, yes, it is, I'm good with this. And it's something that is so, I don't want to say low level, but it's not your fullest potential. There is so much more that you can do, so much more that you can give, but you kind of let life setbacks, life circumstances, situations just kind of make you unmotivated to do what you thought you had in your heart to do. And so sometimes we just drop the ball. Personal development can be something as simple as adding a reading book list to your goals, something that's going to help you to improve your mindset, something that's going to help you to build your business, something that's going to help you to manage your emotions and your feelings on a regular basis so that you can be a better communicator. So, personal development can be just adding a book list to your goals, something that's going to help you to improve your current situation, current status. And there's nothing wrong with, living, um, but it's the just living that doesn't work for me. And honestly, one of the things in my story is that I was told to just be content with what I have, be content with where I am. And while the Bible speaks of being content, it does not say stagnant. It does not say um, mediocre. It doesn't say that. It says be content, but you can most certainly go for the goal. You can most certainly explore your life's potential and seek out those things that are going to help you to fulfill your purpose in life. And it does not mean that you have to be poor while doing it. I know that's something that's been going around in the religious circles, but you do not have to be poor and be content with being poor when there are things that you can do to help you get out of that situation. So if money management is a problem, you don't have to be rich to manage your money. You just need to manage what you have, right? And once you learn how to be a good steward of the little that you have, then the opportunity to get more becomes more available. So when you think about just doing the basic, just being average, I'm sorry, that's not me. I like I'm of the mantra or the mindset of go big or go home. And that's just how I am. That's who I am. I haven't researched it to see exactly where it comes from, but I can bet that my parents had a great influence on me in that area because of the fact that my father is not shy about sequin. Neither is my mother about matching all accessories. So, earrings, bag, jewelry, all the jewelry, the bag, the outfit, the shoes with the matching purse. I mean, so I know that I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that from my parents. And so go big or go home is me. But just being average is not something that I want to be. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant. I'm not saying that to put anybody else down. This is about me. This is my personality. And that's why I keep seeking more. And that's why I keep reaching out. And that's why I keep trying to help other people to get to the next level, because I know we have so much potential within us if only we write the vision and make it plain. And that just means writing out your goals and really just going after them. And so when we talk about personal development and we're talking about investing in your vision, it requires work. It requires you to actually do work to invest in your vision. And it doesn't mean always monetary. Like I said, a book list is something you can get from the library. Now they have where you can get online, reserve your book, and have it where they can drop it off. You can pick it up curbside. So there really isn't any major expense in developing your mind and reading and improving your search your mind's eye, so to speak, to be able to take yourself a little higher in your thoughts, in your thought process. So reading is an investment. And this is really a continuation of last week, just talking on different topics. However, one of them is to imagine how you want to shape your life. What is it that you want your life to look like in 5, 10, 15 years? What is it that you want your life to look like? Okay. Hi, Miss Sylvia. Glad to see you here. Yes. So, what is it that you want your life to look like in 5, 10, 15 years? Whatever that vision is, know that you have to work to get there. If you do the same thing that you're doing today, tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, you're going to still be in the same place that you were today and yesterday. So you want to, if you want to get something different, you have to do something different. And they say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing all the time, or doing the same thing the same way and thinking that you're going to get a different result. It doesn't happen, right? So you have to do something different in order to get a different result. So without a vision, you're kind of going through life and just living. And I tell you, living is fine. It's the just living that you need to get up from. You want to live your life, whatever your dream is, whatever your vision is. You say, in 10 years, I want to retire. In 5 years, I want to have a house. In 12 years, I want to have 6 figures in the bank. I actually don't have 6 figures directly in the bank because, it don't make you no money. You making the bank money. But that's a sidebar. I digress. So you want to have figures in savings. And so these things require you to do some work. You can't say, I want 6 figures in savings today. I want it in 5 years. And you're not doing anything to get those 6 figures. You're not doing anything to get that home. You have to do work. And so work is your time. Time is an investment. Okay. So you need to be able to balance what kind of changes you want professionally as well as personally. So we talk a lot about business here, but this is also a mompreneur and community. So what is it that you would like personally? So personal development will help you to get there. And there are certain aspects of your personal development that may need or may require you to believe a specific thing about yourself. That's where affirmations come in to play. Where you say, I am beautiful. I am smart. I am a millionaire. Yes, speak that thing as though it were, right? You have to believe certain things about yourself in order to make those changes that you want to make, in order to reach those goals that you've set for yourself. And if you wanted to increase your skills, for example, as a community leader, you would have to incorporate what those steps are to become a community leader. You say, I want to be a community leader, but you don't leave your house. You don't speak to your neighbors. You can't be a community leader if you're not getting out there and shaking hands with your neighbors and getting to know your community. You see how that sounds so silly when I say it? How are you going to be a community leader and you don't even talk to your neighbors? But that's how we are sometimes. I want to be a millionaire, but I'm not investing to get my millionaire knowledge, to get my millionaire status skill set. I'm not doing those things, but I want to be a millionaire. One of the things that killed me, and is my nephew, love him to death. But when he was younger, he used to always say, I want to be an NBA player. Ask me, do my nephew play basketball? Mm-mm. How are you going to be an NBA player and you don't even play basketball? Right? You got to put in the work. You got to be on those teams, and you got to play ball at school, outside of school, on the street, whatever. You got to make it a habit in order for you to be able to really put that thing in play so that you become this NBA player, so that you become this millionaire, that you become this homeowner, this six-figure earner, right? You have to actually do some work. One of the things that I would say is to assess your current situation. What is it that's going on in your life right now that is going to help you to get to your next level? What is it that's currently stopping you from getting to your next level? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your passions? Because honestly, if you're not passionate about what you're doing, or what it is that you envision for yourself, you're not going to reach that goal, because it's going to become so you're going to dread it so much that you just feel like it's not worth it at this point. I don't really, and who actually says, no, I really don't want to be a millionaire. There are some people who say they don't need money and they don't want money and they don't want the stress that comes with it and responsibility of having so much money. There are people that say that. But if you set your goal out to say, I want to be a millionaire, and then you have these goals laid, but you don't work towards achieving it. And the only reason why you don't achieve it is because you settle with, yeah, well, I don't want to be rich anyway. That's a default mechanism. That's like because you feel like you're failing. That's what you want to say. That's what you think the truth is. The truth is that you have not invested in the time, energy, or finances it takes to get to the level that you want to get to. So, again, invest in your vision, whether that requires time, money, skill. Invest in your vision. We talked about setting goals. Once you know what your strengths and weaknesses are, you got to be able to create some goals around those strengths, those goals that are going to and those strengths that are going to help you to complete your goals. Um, these should include high level goals with some smaller action steps. And if you have these high level goals with your smaller action steps, make sure that you have some milestones set in place. So one would be for me, once I make one would be what's one of the ones that I had? Once I make my first 10,000, I want to be able to um have a whole house cleaning done. Or once I make um 25,000, I want to be able to have whatever. Or it can be as simple as once I make my first 20 sales on this product, then I want to get a full spa treatment. You make up the terms, you make up the milestone, but make it something that you really want and that you really would enjoy at that particular level. So you make the benchmarks: one sale, 10 sales, $5,000, $10,000. Whatever the benchmark is, you make that up, and that's part of your goal setting. And then it's part of your milestones that you set for yourself to be able to achieve them. Because what happens is those little quick wins, those short wins where you get to reward yourself, feeds into your brain to say, oh, I did that. Yes, I completed that. Yes, I reached that goal. Yes, I deserve this reward for myself. So, and when you're investing in yourself and you're setting your goals and you're reaching them, it makes you feel really good, and it becomes a self motivator. It keeps your drive going. And now you want to continue to invest in yourself. But you don't want to get in such a way where you're like, oh well, I met that goal, so I'm good now. No, you meet a goal, you make another goal, and you strive for whatever it is that you want to continue doing. Now, if your goal is to relax or relate or whatever, relax or, go to a beach vacation for 20 days, and you do that, that doesn't mean your next vacation has to be 30 days. If you think that's just way too much, then 20 days is good. But the thing is, it's based on you, your comfortability, your passions, your loves, and what you like to do. And you get to set that. But don't give up. Don't settle. Don't just think that, oh, because I made it, that's it. If all the millionaires that made it to millionaire status said, oh, I'm here now, I ain't got nothing else to do, guess what? They would not be millionaires for long. Why? Because the expenses it takes to make to millionaire status, they don't get any smaller. If you needed a staff of 7 to help you to make $1 million, you're not going to just reduce it to 2 and think you're still going to make the same $1 million. It takes, I think they say that also in relationships. The same thing it took you to get your man is the same thing it's going to take to keep him, right? The same thing that it took you to make $1 million is going to be the same thing that you're going to need to do to sustain the $1 million. But the thing is, you don't want to stop at 1 million. Why not multi-millions, right? Keep going. Make those things, those goals stand out for you, set milestones and reach them. Another one to think about is evaluate how you are doing. When you reach your milestone, see how you did against the plan of your action steps. Um, did you miss a crucial step, and or was there a step that you had in place that was unnecessary? Um, the best way to handle this is to have someone else perform the evaluation for you. Now, that might sound a little tricky, but think about it. If you have a mentor, a business coach, or someone working with you who's able to look at what you've accomplished and see what you've done and how you've done it, your systems and your processes and so forth, and be able to evaluate that to see if there's a better way that you could have done it, a more efficient way that you could have done it, and so that you can go to the next level, how awesome would that be? To have that third party to look at that so that you're not spinning your wheels. And then sometimes if you keep looking at the same thing all the time, you're gonna think it's fine. Meanwhile, that comma's still missing from the sentence. Meanwhile, you spelled the told TOD instead of TOLD instead of TOAD, right? Because the system, because Grammarly and then Grammarly actually helps you to get the right word. But if you just look at the spelling, it's spelled right, right? But it may not be the right usage of the term. So you want to be able to have a second set of eyes to help you through that. And at the end of the day, you want to be able to keep it simple. Keep it simple. If you're setting goals, it doesn't have to be this long drawn out process of a list of goals. Set the goals and maybe just do them yearly goals, then or monthly goals, and then break them down to weekly goals. And then just look at that and look at how you're achieving those goals day in and day out. But at the end of the day, when you're keeping it simple and you're investing in yourself, you will find your happy place. Why? Because you will find the peace that you need and not the stress. You will find um, results and not constant failures, because failure is part of success. We just turned it into a negative thing. But without failure, you would not have success. If you didn't know you was doing something wrong over and over again, or doing something wrong and knew to fix it, to get it right, then you would not be able to succeed. So you need those failures. Um, so I want you to think about that when we're talking about investing in yourself. How can you invest in yourself? We talked about previously that you can invest in yourself by reading books, that you can invest in yourself by gaining new skills. You can invest in yourself by hiring a business coach. You can invest in yourself by putting in the time, money, and energy it takes to get yourself to the level that you want to get to. Set your goals, reach for the goals, achieve your goals, and be happy that you did just what you said you were going to do. You want to have integrity with yourself. A lot of times we give everything to everybody else. Oh, you need me to do this last minute? Fine. I'll get up out of my bed and do this last minute. Oh, you need me to um help out with this project, even though there's three other people that definitely could be working on it besides me. Fine, I'll help you with that project. There are so many things that we give, even to our children. Oh, we will make sure our children eat before we do. We will make sure that our children are got clothes before we do. We will make sure that they are nicely bathed and tucked into bed. And sometimes we can't. We so tired we just fall out on the bed, right? We give up. I give of ourselves all the time and so often, and then we end up being depleted. So investing in ourselves also looks like self-care, that we need to be able to take care of ourselves at every level. That means getting rest, staying hydrated, getting the necessary exercise and vitamins that we need. Investing in ourselves looks like self-care. Self-care is not selfish. It is not. It is necessary. Your body will tell you, and I've had it happen to me multiple times. When you keep running on E, what does the car do? Shut off. The same with our bodies. Next thing you know, we got all these malfunctionings. Now we got a cold, we got a headache, we got diabetes, because we're not eating properly, when we're not eating all the foods that we need to be eating. We end up with all of these side effects, these health issues. We end up with mental health issues because we're not able to get out all the things that are going on in our minds. We're building up, we're holding back unforgiveness. We're, holding our tongue a lot of times because we don't want to get into an altercation, because of somebody taking advantage of us, or somebody who is really not appreciative of the things that we do for them. So it can be a lot of that going on, which is why you should invest in your self-care. I spoke with a client previously, and we talked about it, about having at least 1 hour. If you can't do an hour, at least 30 minutes. If you can't do 30 minutes, at least 10 minutes, but no less than 10 minutes a day, to be able to get the self-care, your self-care regimen into play, whatever that is for you. Meditation, prayer. Self-care is not selfish. You need to invest in yourself. Invest in your skills. Invest in your goals. Invest in the support that you need to get where you want to go. Now, I want to get from New Jersey to Philadelphia. I am not going to ask the pedestrian standing next to me how to get there. I am going to ask Mr. Greyhound bus driver. I'm going to ask Mr. Google. I'm going to ask Mr. Amtrak train driver, somebody who's actually going to be able to give me the correct directions and even some other information that I may not have thought about to help me to get from point A to point B. I am not going to ask an apple farmer how to grow oranges. I am not going to ask Harley Davidson about the size, about engines for Tesla. So you understand what I'm saying? It is, you get the help, seek help in places where you are able to get answers. And we try to do that here in the Mompreneur HQ community. We offer up some training, some topics to think about, some tips and some strategies. I ask and implore those members within the community, if you have questions, go ahead and ask them in the community. Doesn't have to be a specific day. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. You can only ask about parenting, or you can only ask about marketing. If you have a question, and we say anything between mom and marketing, or mom and in business, ask your question in the group. We'll be glad to help you, or to respond, give you an answer. And it may encourage others in the group to think about what they can do to help others, other women and other moms in the group. And if you find that you have a business idea that you're thinking about doing, you're just not sure how to go about it, then certainly I want you to go ahead and schedule a 20-minute clarity call at www.themompreneurhq.com/clarity-call. Go ahead. Book the 20-minute call where we can get to talk about you, your business goals, and how I might be able to help you, and if we'll be able to work together going forward. But get you the help that you need. There's no need to do this alone. I say it all the time because that's how Mompreneur HQ started. I was doing it by myself, trying to raise a family and build a business at the same time by myself with not a lot of support. And I know how that feels. And so I said, I'm going to come out to this Facebook community, start up my own group so that other moms don't have to do it alone. So I'm here for you. Mompreneur HQ is here for you. We don't want you to do it by yourself. So if you want to have a conversation about your business, definitely reach out. Gave you the link, www.themompreneurhq.com/clarity-call, and we will be glad to help you. All right. I see your question, Sylvia. Thank you so much. You are welcome. I will put the link um, into the comments. However, it is in the About Me part of the page of the Mompreneur HQ website, and contact information is in the About Me. So check it out. And until next time.